Hey, gang, what's going on? So it's Wednesday night, and by the time this video comes out, it'll be Thursday, the day of free agency. Starts, I think, either 5 or 5:30 p.m. So it's the last day for qualifying offers to be offered, and then they have the deadline to accept them at on the November 15th. So, and this is the last day of obviously exclusive free agency. So it's all open sesame tomorrow, and so it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a little nuts. Expect some activity tomorrow night. I don't know what kind of activity, but we'll see. And as far as the Yankees go, they tendered a qualifying offer to Aaron Judge and Anthony Rizzo. There's still a chance they might tender one to Jameson Taillon too, but I'm not sure if they're going to do it or not. Mainly because he may actually take it, and if the Yankees want to get a different pitcher, I think that might get in the way, right? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I want to give you what I would do, an ideal Yankee offseason, and I want to contrast it with what I think they'll actually do this offseason. Okay, the what I would do, what they should do is, it's Cashman being aggressive and savvy with some kind of, but also with some kind of semblance of reality in there, and then obviously on the other side too. So, so let me put this up for you here, and this is what I would do. So obviously we'd re-sign Aaron Judge. That's priority number one. We'll see if that actually happens. I wouldn't wait too long. I don't think it's a good idea. And then because you still have to build the rest of the roster. Whether he signs now or later, you have to continue to construct the rest of the roster. I would bring back Andrew Benintendi. He's proven to be a competent hitter here, solid contact hitter with good defensive acumen. He's a good route runner, good base runner, and be a prototypical leadoff hitter for the Yankees, which they need from the left-handed side. Okay, and he's a perfect fit at the top of that lineup. He really, really is. So you could probably get him on a 4 or 5 year deal, probably 5 years, 80 to 100 million, I'm guessing. So, but he would be worth it. And he's only 28 years old, so he would be a free agent at 33. Next, I would sign Carlos Rodon to bring the offseason. And keep in mind, to put in the rotation, the Yankees' starting rotation was one of the more reliable components last year, but it doesn't mean they're going to be this year. Okay, and that's why they have to be good and balanced everywhere, because you never really know when one of these, whether it's the rotation or the bullpen or the lineup, falters. Another part of the team's going to have to pick it up, which is why I want to continue to add depth to the starting rotation. You can never have too much pitching. Rodon, yeah, he'll probably cost 5 years, 125, 130 mil, but they need a guy like that in the rotation. Another front high-end guy to go with Garrett Cole, okay? And then if you get Cole, Cortez, Severino, and Rodon, that's a nice top four. And then you can put whatever, Montez or Schmidt or Herman in the 5. And one of the other ones or two of them in the bullpen. So that's what I would do. I would add him to the rotation. Then I would either sign Rafael Montero, who's the setup man for the Houston Astros. Okay, you don't have to spend $100 million for a reliever like the Mets did with Edwin Diaz. But Rafael Montero is 32, and he's shown he's not getting a qualifying offer as far as I know, so he won't cost any picks. So get him for maybe half the price, maybe even less than that. He was a lights out dominant reliever for the Houston Astros this year, and hopefully he'll take some of that magic and bring it over to New York. And again, you'd be taking one of their dominant relievers away from them. So that's another thing I would do. Or I would try to trade. I mean, there's rumors already that Cashman's aggressively shopping Gleyber Torres. So, and maybe moving one of the other infielders. But I would try to go to Detroit and try to propose a Gregory Soto trade when they're lefty closer, or try to make a massive trade. Him and Tarek Skubal, one of the dynamic young left-handed starting pitchers who has 4 more years of control left, and Gregory Soto, and you can boost the package with Torres and Oswaldo Cabrera and whatever else. But that would be, you'd get a controllable starter and a controllable reliever in one trade. So that's something I would look at as well. And then obviously at the end, I mean, lastly, let some of the kids play. Oswald Peraza, shortstops. Put him there, let him play. Okay. And if you keep Oswaldo Cabrera and you don't move him for a big trade, then you maybe play him at second. And then if Rizzo walks, then you can play DJ at first if you want. But there's a couple things you can. Then you can just wait until Anthony Volpe is ready, which will probably be mid-season. Or he might make it out of spring training. You never know. But this is right here. This is, to me, a good, solid offseason. You're addressing starting pitching, relief, the infield a little bit, and you're getting your leadoff hitter with some contact acumen. Now, let's contrast it with what I think they'll actually do. Okay, because a lot of us don't really have faith in Brian Cashman, but at the end of the day, I think Judge is going to walk for a huge deal somewhere. And I predicted him to the Seattle Mariners in my free agent prediction. So look out for them. Look out for them. And then either re-signing Andrew Benintendi or signing Brandon Nimmo or Masataka Yoshida. I think his name is from Japan. Left-handed hitting contact, Japanese player with power. The Yankees have done well with guys like Hideki Matsui and some of their hitters from Japan. The only thing I see is a power drop off when Japanese players come here in terms of home runs, but you don't really need all the home runs. If you get contact hitting with occasional power, and he's known for a clutch hit, and he's a high batting average guy, bats almost 330, a 327 career hitter, that'd be a solid. And he's also left-handed. Adding another left-handed hitter here is a good thing. Okay, then I think they'll either try to trade for Pablo Lopez from the Miami Marlins, or probably sign somebody like Tyler Anderson. Or Taylor Anderson. I think it's Tyler Anderson. He was with the Dodgers this year, left-handed starter. Somebody like that. No, nothing flashy. And then lastly, I think they're probably going to reunite with either David Robertson or Tommy Conley, or maybe both of them. I don't think they're going to cost them much, break the bank. David Robertson's older. Conley's changeup is still strong. He has good off-speed stuff, and he mixes it with a high-octane fastball. So I could see either one of these happen, or both of them happening. And again, this whole thing wouldn't cost the bank, especially if Judge walks. You can get all these guys for a third of the price. And then it gives Hal his excuse to not, we have to be fiscally conservative and blah, blah, even though we're gazillionaires. So, and I don't think this is going to be enough, to be in all honesty, but, if they got Benny and Yoshida, or Nimmo and Yoshida, I'd be happier, not one of them. Because if Judge walks, you need a left fielder and a right fielder. Okay, you can't just put somebody you can, but I wouldn't bring in Benintendi and just have whatever in the right field. I'd want to get both of these guys, especially because Oswaldo Cabrera cannot replace Judge's offense. You get a Benny and a Nimmo, that's okay. You're on your way there. Or Yoshida, you're on your way there. So you're gonna have to do as much as you possibly can to replace the offense that you're losing with Aaron Judge. So this is my ideal offseason versus what I think they'll actually do. You guys let me know what you think, and get ready. Get ready tomorrow night. So, because when things happen, you're going to get it. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, be sure to do that right now, okay? And I don't want you losing out on stuff and missing out on stuff. And if you want to know when these things come out, hit the notification bell as well. I thank you, as always. And by the way, big shout-out the other day to Hector from Yankees Morning Brew, and Derek from NYY Recaps, and Jim from Ballcap Sports for joining me on my roundtable for the MLB Free Agent Predictions. Had a great time, and I hope we can do it again. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you later.